This event set the precedent for all future chess tournaments. But these tournaments created a new problem time. Players could think for hours, literally hours, on a single move. This made matches drag on forever and was incredibly impractical. The solution came in 1883 with the invention of the first mechanical chess clock. It consisted of two connected clocks. When you made your move, you pressed a button that stopped your clock and started your opponent's. This was a game changer. It introduced the element of time pressure, forcing players to be efficient with their thinking and adding a whole new layer of tension and skill to the game. The 19th century also saw a huge leap in the depth of chess theory. Players began to understand the importance of positional play, not just tactical attacks. Wilhelm Steinitz, who we'll talk about more in a bit, was a pioneer in this. He developed principles about pawn structure, weak squares, and long-term strategic advantages. He argued that a brilliant attack could only succeed if it was based on a solid positional foundation. This marked a shift from the purely romantic style to a more scientific, modern approach. So, the 19th century is when chess truly professionalizes. We get organized clubs, international tournaments, the chess clock, and the beginnings of modern strategic theory. The era of the flamboyant coffeehouse player was giving way to the era of the professional tournament competitor. The stage was now set for the ultimate title in chess, the world champion. Alright, so tournaments are happening, theory is getting deeper, but there's still no single, undisputed champion of the world. That all changed in 1886. Two of the world's leading players, Wilhelm Steinitz and Johannes Zukertort, played a match to declare the first official world chess champion. Steinitz won the match, and with it, he established the most prestigious title in all of chess. He was the king, and everyone who came after him had to beat the reigning champion in a match to take the crown. Steinitz's reign was defined by his scientific, positional approach. He held the title for 8 years, until he was defeated in 1894 by a brilliant young German mathematician named Emanuel Lasker. Lasker was a completely different kind of player. He was a practical fighter, a psychologist who played the man as much as the board. He would intentionally play moves that weren't best according to theory, but that would make his opponent uncomfortable. His style worked, and he held the title for an incredible 27 years, the longest reign of any world champion in history. Lasker was eventually dethroned in 1921 by the legendary José Raúl Capablanca from Cuba. Capablanca was a prodigy, a natural genius for whom chess seemed effortless. His style was crystal clear, simple, and incredibly powerful. He was famous for his endgame skill, and he was so dominant that he lost only a handful of tournament games in his entire career. He seemed invincible, a true chess machine long before computers existed. The era of Capablanca was ended in 1927 by Alexander Alekhine, a Russian-French master. Alekhine was a dynamic, attacking genius with an unparalleled capacity for complex calculations. He prepared relentlessly for his match with Capablanca, studying his opponent's style in minute detail. His victory ushered in an era of hyper-modernism and complex, dynamic chess. Alekhine held the title, with one brief interruption, until his death in 1946, the only champion to die while holding the title. After Alekhine, the Soviet Union began its long domination of the chess world. From Mikhail Botvinnik, the patriarch of the Soviet chess school, to players like Smyslov, Tal, Petrosian, and Spassky, the title was almost exclusively held by Soviet grandmasters for decades. Each champion brought something new: Botvinnik's scientific preparation, Tal's insane sacrificial attacks, Petrosian's ironclad defensive skills. This culminated in the rise of Bobby Fischer, the American prodigy who single-handedly broke the Soviet hegemony in his legendary 1972 match against Boris Spassky. After Fischer, we had the reign of Anatoly Karpov and his epic rivalry with Garry Kasparov, who many consider the greatest player of all time. Kasparov's dynamic style and deep opening preparation dominated the chess world for 15 years. His successors, Kramnik, Anand, and finally, Magnus Carlsen, have continued to push the boundaries of chess. each building on the knowledge and legacy of all the champions who came before them. This lineage of champions is the story of chess at its highest level. And that brings us to the modern era, my era. The single biggest change to chess in the last 50 years has been the computer. It started in the late 20th century with the development of chess-playing programs. At first, they were weak, easily beaten by club players, but they got stronger, fast. The symbolic moment came in 1997 when Garry Kasparov, the reigning world champion and the strongest human player on the planet, lost a match to IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue. This was a seismic event. For the first time, a machine had proven it could beat the best of us. The rise of strong chess engines, or AI, completely revolutionized how we study the game. Before, players learned from books and by analyzing games with other humans. Now, every player has access to a tool that is stronger than any human who has ever lived. We use engines like Stockfish and Leela Chess Zero to analyze our games, check our openings for mistakes, and find new ideas. It's like having a perfect chess oracle in your pocket. It has raised the level of play for everyone, from beginners to grandmasters. At the same time, the internet happened. This was the other half of the digital revolution. The ability to play chess with anyone, anywhere in the world at any time was completely transformative. Platforms like ICC and later Chess.com and Lichess sprung up, creating a global community of millions of players. You no longer needed to go to a club or a tournament to find a game. You could just log on and get paired with someone at your skill level in seconds. This explosion of online chess has been incredible for the game's popularity. It's more accessible than it has ever been in its 1500-year history. You can watch top grandmasters stream their games live on platforms like Twitch. You can solve puzzles on your phone while waiting for the bus. You can take lessons from a coach on the other side of the planet. The barrier to entry is basically zero. The digital age has also changed the competitive landscape. Online tournaments, especially in faster time controls like Blitz and Bullet, have become a huge part of the professional circuit. Speed and intuition have become just as important as deep classical calculation. It's a different skill set, and it has allowed a new generation of players who grew up online to shine. The game is faster, more connected, and more popular than ever before. So, from a 4-player dice game in ancient India to a global online community of over 100 million people, chess has had a truly epic journey. It has survived empires, been banned by kings, and been revolutionized by technology. And today, thanks to AI and the internet, the game is arguably in its greatest golden age yet. So there you have it. Chat. That's the 1500-year history of chess in a nutshell. We went from Chaturanga in India to Shatranj in Persia, to the slow spread across Europe, and then the massive changes that created the modern game. We saw the rise of tournaments, the invention of the clock, the lineage of world champions, and finally, the digital revolution that brought us to where we are today. It's a crazy story, and I think knowing where the game comes from gives you a much deeper respect for what's happening on those 64 squares. Every move you make is part of a tradition that stretches back for centuries. It's pretty insane to think about how many people, across so many different cultures, have contributed to the game we play. Every rule, every piece, every strategic concept has a story behind it. The game is a living piece of human history, constantly being shaped and reshaped by the people who play it. From the ancient generals to the Arab scholars, from the European nobles to the Soviet grandmasters and the online players of today, we're all part of this incredible journey. It's what makes chess more than just a game. This was part 7, the complete history of chess. I hope you found that as fascinating as I do. It's important to know the foundations before we build on them, and that's exactly what we're going to do next. Now that we know where chess came from, it's time to learn how to actually start a game properly. Next, in part 8, we'll learn chess openings basics, how to start the game correctly, control the center, develop pieces, and avoid common mistakes. See you in the next lesson.